I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It felt good. And you know what felt even better is timing someone out for saying, "Is he on holiday again?" and then going, "That was a little tough. That might have been an overreaction." Then auditing them and then seeing that every single message they've ever written is either just an emote or "Why is he late?" Oh. It's probably how like a jury feels when they convict someone of something that's like maybe they didn't do that crime, but you know they were doing some shit. So we got you. We fucking got you. My Chinese teacher has started teaching me little Chinese phrases that I can just be very annoying about. Like instead of saying what happened here, I can go 什么搞的? I can just start doing that. Just speaking 99.9% English, but then whenever anyone gets in my way, go 什么搞的? Why so loud? She's telling me I speak Mandarin like a pussy, basically. She said in English, there's like there's a softness to it, and it kind of, unless you're angry, it kind of floats along the air. And you blur the edges of one word with another to create like a stream of speech. She said Chinese should be like bullets. Every syllable should be like ta 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 ta. Everything should be like that. The words should still flow to sound natural. Okay, note to self: speak Chinese naturally. Don't speak in a halting demeanor as you search to recall words and phrases. Just speak fluently. I'm writing that one down. And now you a part of the Castaway Club? Yeah, bro, you get indoctrinated into the Castaway Club on your first Disney cruise, bro. You get screeched in. It's automatic. You gotta opt out to not be in the Castaway Club, bro. Sorry, I haven't been on a Disney cruise in 10 years. You can just say it. Your parents paid for the last Disney cruise you were on, right? That tells me everything I need to know. Or you have a 19-year-old child is the alternative. You took your child on a Disney cruise at age 9, and now they're 19 and they don't want to go on a Disney cruise anymore. That makes sense. But saying, I haven't been on one in 10 years when the last one you went on was paid for by your family is kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I used to work at Walt Disney World too. What'd you do at Walt Disney World? I'm trying to think, honestly, staff has always been really, really good, which is crazy because like it's hot as fuck, insanely humid, and they have a thunderstorm every day. I'm trying to think, the worst job at Disney World is probably something you don't see. Being the guy who has to push a big gear so that Space Mountain can climb the lift hill. Worked at a restaurant at Disney's Boardwalk. Guy who cleans the horse poop after the parade. Honestly, I think I'd rather clean the horse shit than be the guy in the suit on like 122 degree Fahrenheit weather in a concrete fucking parking lot with no shade. That seems like a damn disaster. Let me shovel some horse shit for a minute instead of staying in that suit for like 3 hours. Now they rotate and get a lot of breaks. Yeah, but why do they get a lot of breaks? It's because it's hard, right? Not to be the guy who thinks Occam's razor explains everything, but I think they give them like a lot of breaks so that they don't pass out due to heat stroke and die. Someone said I'd rather lick the horse shit than deal with the kids. What do you mean you deal with the kids at Walt Disney World? It's just a kid coming up to you and going like, "Hi, Mickey," and then they take your photo. It's like, are you okay? It's an insane set. You'd rather lick horse poop than take a photo with a child. I don't know what scares me more, that you might think you're normal or that it might become normal over time. As I get represented less in society and you get represented more. Although, now that I think about it, I did a little goofy myself there. I kind of put 50% of myself into the next generation, so I might be kicking around. Who knows? Some of those genes going to be kicking around anyway. What's crazy is like I'm not the last dude to have kids, but I think I might be like the last dude in my group of friends to have kids, which is fucked up because I was also like the second dude in my circle of friends to have kids. And the first dude had them a little bit by accident when he was like 23, man. He then had 2 more on purpose, but like he joined the club kind of by accident, much like the Castaway Club. Oh, it's true. I guess I'm not counting Dan, but I should be counting Dan. Your online friend group? My online friend group and my IRL friend group, man. We can't afford it? Okay, but some of my IRL friends can afford it. A lot of people can't afford it. Having kids can be very expensive. Don't get me wrong. Some of my IRL friends just lazy. Lazy. I gotta tell you, before it gets too late, I gotta tell him, bro, you can still watch every Blue Jays game with a baby. You don't, bro, especially when the baby's like 1, you're gonna be watching even more baseball than you're watching right now. Now, like 2 to 10, you might have to miss the occasional game, but they're not even that expensive. They're really expensive, man. Daycare's really expensive. Couple that becomes a throuple for free childcare. Magresta, it's a +2 bit, but it actually is not valid because that would require one of the Seattle software engineers to quit their job. And they could be making anywhere from $50 to $300 million a year. So the opportunity cost on that is insane. Did you see any childcare price changes under Trudeau? This seems like a good faith question. I saw a lot actually, because when he was elected, childcare was basically free. And then like 5 years later, we had a kid, and I was like, what the fuck? We're spending like 1,000,000% more on childcare now that we have a fucking child. 2015, my childcare expenses were 0. One time I bought my niece a scarf. It was like $40 or something like that. That was really, just that by itself, that was previously the most expensive thing that I had ever purchased for a child. But trust me, that got pushed. It's probably not even in the top 10 anymore. I am going to... listen, I think devs have defeated Steam's AI disclosure policy by just not disclosing. Because I'm going to play this game, and it's called Coin Tavern. And it doesn't... The game itself, from what I've seen, doesn't give off, this is AI slop, from the trailer. But the panel art, it has the stink of like a... like a pop-up vape shop that sells candy from other countries, if you know what I mean. Like we sell vape pods, and also you can buy like Japanese Cheetos here. So I'm hoping that maybe it's just a situation where maybe they said, hey, we'll use AI to make the panel art, or alternatively, they just didn't really fuck with the panel art and it just looks like AI. It's just surprising to me that they would make... Because I don't know that it's the panel art is made with AI, but it has a very AI sort of like... like if there was a person on the panel art, I would know what the person would look like. You know what I mean? You remember that Culture War slop bait gif from X way back in the day, where it was like the guy making the taco, and so Librarian's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm prompting Librarian right now. They would look like that. Sort of like, what if somebody made a Pixar movie, but with like 1/3000th of the budget or something? Yes, the scene from Turbo. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They would be like smiling like that with like a little thumbs up or something like that. But maybe they're just like awesome at programming, but they don't fuck with the art. All right, that's kind of awesome. I kind of love that. No, I don't think the music's AI, because whenever there's AI music, at least with vocals, to be fair, this doesn't have vocals, but AI music with vocals, you can always hear the ghost of the artists that were harvested to make the AI song trying to break out of the track. You can always hear like a little ethereal echo in the song of like David Bowie trying to break out. If you like put it into like a pitch shifter and like inverted the polarity, you turn the thing upside down, it would spell out like "help me" or something like that. What a track, y'all. We're playing Coin Tavern today. What is Coin Tavern? Literally, there's something in the vicinity of 132 games come out on Steam every single day. This is the one from the last week that I looked at and I said, you know what? Let's give it a try. It is, it's like a deck building roguelike, but instead of playing cards, you flip coins. It's that simple. It was $10 on Steam. Let's start with the dang tutorial. Old pal, it's time to pay back the ale debt you owe. Settle your tab now or you'll never get another drop of drink in this town. The money to be handed in at this stage is $20. You only have 5 chances. I know you've had too much to drink and forgotten most of what happened before, so I'll explain the rules again for you. Listen carefully. Everyone's saying it has to be AI. I know it's not AI, because it didn't say, it's not getting drunk. It's suffering blackouts, okay? It doesn't have the AI stink on it, all right? Not yet, maybe some of the art, but... and forgive me, there's no disclosure on the Steam store page, and I looked. And I looked because the panel art had me a little sus, but... This is a new coin selection. Before each round starts, pick one to add to your coin pile. Wait, first off, we have pick 3, but then we also have look up. This is gonna be a generational game for Twitch chat, assuming we play more than 15 seconds of it. Sure, I can lower it. You don't like the audio? You don't like the Dwight Schrute music? I'll pull it down just a little bit here. Current stage has ended. The money you need to pay is 20 bucks. You have $35. Get 5 golden tickets and 1 hammer. It's very iOS 2011 coded, but sure. This is the shop. You can buy some relics after each stage. Eggs can only transform into animals with a value greater than or equal to 3. So that's got to be like rhinos and giraffes, elephants, stuff like that. It's got to be, these have got to be animals that made it into the first version of Super Auto Pets. We're not talking about any griffins and dragons and shit. When an effect triggers, trigger it one more time. Choose 3. Absolutely, I'll choose 3 from a random relic. When my choose 3 has a choose 3 in it. At the end of the round, destroy all fish, gain an equal number of coins. You know what? Take that, and then we'll talk about a fisherman, and then give me an echo gem as well. Oh, we put it on something. Put it on the cheese, man. Alrighty. Now you need 120, which we've already beaten, by the way. Give me a fisherman. Now, did we make a fish? I don't think we made... Well, what's going on here? 120 bucks is no problem. Give me another key. Until we get 20 coins, I don't feel a need to remove any coins from our deck. There's our cheese. There's our freaking cheese. But we only had 1 mouse that time, so now we got extra cheese for no reason. Okay, another fisherman gives us more fish, and then the fish with the fish knife gives us an equal number of money. Shit is absolutely fucking chock full of cheese, bro. We need more mice. More mice, less cheese, please. Here comes the cheese factory. And the fucking fish factory. And then don't forget about the fish knife coming in just a second here. There you go. This is a very classic sort your salad type game for sure, man. I feel like my salad is getting sorted like fucking crazy right now. Not the freaky ass Hanes ad. I don't think I've seen a Hanes commercial since back when they said, look who we got our Hanes on now. You know what I'm talking about when I say, look who we got our Hanes on? Or the one where Michael Jordan is on the airplane?
Wow, that guy's really staring over here. Must have sold him some carpeting or something. Mike, check out his bacon neck.
Bacon?
Sir, lean forward and show Michael Jordan your collar.
Oh.
See how it's all curled up like bacon in a pan? See how bad this dude looks?
What's that?
Thank you.
Okay.
Not us though, buddy. Our lay flats. We're like twins.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
And they look at the guy who's got like they're like, he's got a turkey neck. And it's, the bacon neck, that's it. Yeah, bacon collar, and his collar's all blown out. But I do think about, you know what's even worse than bacon collar? Bacon sleeve, man. When you get a nice new t-shirt and it's like tight to the biceps, that's awesome. When you wash it 3 times and then the sleeves are all like weirdly loose and pinched, it literally takes like 2 inches off your bicep. What I'm saying to you is you do not need to lift weights. You just need to, probably you need to hang dry your shirts. Hanging dry your shirts is a passive form of exercise. Because it's the washer, whatever. It's the dryer that fucks it up. How many humans do we? Oh, you know what? Why not, man? Sure, a bard giving us passive scaling. And the head is soaring. And the salad is sorted. Like all the bibimbap you've been eating without mixing it up, which is just crazy to me. Just insane to me that you would not. Because then you just got to eat like a whole spoonful of spinach, which is, it's not that I dislike spinach. It's just it's a little better when it's mixed into everything else. Say what you will about this game, it's got one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. So you don't like vintage music? Imagine being alive when Greensleeves came out, man. Weren't you? Close. I was alive when Batman Forever came out. I used to bring my Batman Forever playing cards to daycare and then play solitaire. That's right. I'd be like, damn, put Tommy Lee Jones on top of Jim Carrey. That allows us to flip over this card. Oh shit, it's fucking Nicole Kidman. I wasn't talking like that back then. That came a couple years later. Is the clay golem basically mom's knife? People are saying yes. Let me put it this way. When I do my tier list of the coins in the game in 15 minutes, I'm thinking clay golem's going to be pretty close to the top. Maybe we should all buy it, and then if they have to disclose later that it's AI, we can win a class action lawsuit. There's just one problem. One of the worst parts about getting older, along with getting older and seeing everyone you know and love getting older, and then also the attitudes of young people, is realizing that class action lawsuits are bullshit. And I think if you, and obviously this would not be like a best case scenario, but I think if maybe you got like a horrible disease or something like that, and then there was a class action lawsuit against your employer, you might stand a chance of getting like life-changing money. But otherwise, it's like, hey, please go through this like law firm's portal, put in all your personal information, and then in like 8 years, you might get 15 bucks. Maybe, I'm not gonna say not worth doing, but the sort of thing it's not like, you know, Galen Weston kind of prices it in when he has that private group chat with all the other grocery CEOs to figure out how high they should set the price of bread, is what I'm trying to say. You've successfully paid off your debt. You're free. Well, slash marker for now. That was really easy. Let's go to the circus, man. What happened? Or please complete the current 10 stages, required money per stage plus. Beginner, there's different coins on the biomes. I see. What do we got here? A mouse looks up cheese, egg, or egg. A candy looks up and increases the value of something and then destroys itself. And a pigeon has a 50% chance to go to the bag. Understood. I kind of like this track, if I'm being honest. I do. I kind of like this track. 2 spins on the fire truck this time. It's a roll. It's a candy because a candy buffs the cards we already have. Scathighs, nice to see you again. You know, I think you were gone for a minute because we got a pretender. Scathighs 2 appeared. You spawned your own gimmick chatter. I was kind of interested to know how you felt about that. Once you've earned enough money, maybe we can sit down and talk about that big deal. All right. Asshole. Well, we got there on the first spin yet again. I don't know, man. I don't know. Isn't this just the parts of Ratcoin you didn't like? No, the thing about Ratcoin, and it's not really to knock Ratcoin, which a lot of people love. For some reason, I gained no dopamine from a coin pusher. I think it's like they made it to arcades, like after my time in the arcades had come to an end. And as a result, I'm just like, the core gameplay doesn't do anything for me. But obviously, lots of people love it. And suspiciously, whenever they recommend it, they never say you should play Ratcoin. They always say you should play Ratcoin, the coin-pushing roguelite. Which either makes me think, and one hypothesis I have for that is that they're paid or incentivized by the developer in some way. The other way is that maybe in the Ratcoin Discord, it's become a meme to always say the entire name of the game every single time. But it could be pretty myriad things, let's put it that way. Kind of like the award-winning Final Fantasy XIV. Doesn't it have a free trial up to level 80 or something like that? Bombs create more bombs, I think. I feel like I took that, but mostly I'm just clicking to get this run done as soon as possible. Sign of a good game? Well, you know, here's the thing. You are seeing it and you're going, well, obviously this isn't that good because you're like a little bit bored coming to the end of like playing it for an hour. But look at all the game. This is on the pile. This was on the pile. And it made it to the top of the pile to even get a little bit of daylight. So that literally makes it in the top 1% of games that are releasing on a weekly basis right now. So I'm gonna give it its flowers, man. Pathogenic is straight gas. Yeah. First I'll play Pathogenic. I think I just got it confused with Pathologic, because I was about to say it'll happen right after the Silk Song and Rain World playthroughs. I feel like Pathologic is the one that's spiritually in that same sort of genre of trying not to be like a total dickhead, because the games might be good, but I'm just gonna bite my tongue. Obtain 1 diamond coin with value 100. Cult classic video essay games. Because there's your unemployed friend's favorite game, which is Marvel Rivals. But then sometimes your unemployed friend has a master's degree, and then they're always talking about Rain World and Outer Wilds and Disco Elysium and stuff like that. And those are not. It's not that those are bad. It's just that you can silo them a little bit based on who's recommending them. I didn't say they're not good. At no point did I say they're not good games. Did I ever say they're not good games? No, man. They're good games. What in the Scott Joplin is this? Anyone else go to school with someone whose favorite song was the Maple Leaf Rag? We were actually talking about this in the Peloton discourse. We were talking about Dr. Parkenstine, the 21-year-old kid who lives like... who lives like it's like the turn of the 20th century. So he has like a gas-powered fridge and stuff like that. And it always, my favorite well, there's a lot of great ones, but one of my favorite Dr. Parkenstein videos, besides the one where he makes his own x-ray and then gives himself a hand x-ray with like a 30-second exposure time.
Now I will turn off the lights and we will take an x-ray of my hand. Can't see. Okay, here's what it looks like when you hold the intensifying screen directly in front of the bulb. Now I will place my hand in between them.
Is when he's going like, well, they don't make music like this anymore. Like listen to how authentic this music is. And then he pulls out like a cracked and scratched Edison cylinder of like an Al Jolson song and pops it into a gramophone, and you hear like the scratchiest, squeakiest, lowest fidelity music of all time. And you're like, I just can't. I believe that he is loving every second of it, but I just can't do it. I just don't have that kind of commitment.
Now I'm going to play this record. Most of y'all will probably recognize this song. It's called Let Me Call You Sweetheart. This version is from the 1920s.
Or also when he was giving the tour of his house, and he goes, yeah, this is my like 1924 TV, and then he has Netflix on it and he's watching Bates Motel. Just like, it's nothing against Bates Motel, and I'm not even saying like, oh, well, no true Scotsman, right? Like they didn't have Bates Motel in 1924 or whatever. It's just kind of funny to me that he's like, yeah, and I also like Bates Motel.
And here's my television. I was watching Bates Motel again. It has to warm up. Anyway.
We are having fun. I've already passed the goal and I haven't even spun yet. Some great sound effects too. Yeah, man, let's do it. Who's we? You think you could not post this one on YouTube? Bro, what's interesting, first off, you don't know ball. These are the kind of videos on YouTube that get like 100,000 views. Now, I do sometimes the first one gets 100,000 and the second gets 80. This is more like I think the first one gets 100 and the second gets like 17. But still, it's like people on YouTube, they like to see new games. God love them. God love them. I've told you many times, stop harassing me to play new games, okay? I'll play good new games when they come out. You have to harass developers. You have to harass the developers and be like, make more good games. Make more good games, please. And quit buying shit? No, it's definitely like the opposite. I think part of the reason we got ourselves into this damn mess is because everyone's just been siloed into like one of 4 free-to-play games that they start playing because it's free, but then like in a year they're like, yeah, I've spent like $7 grand on it or something. Stop getting fired and make some good games. Like make Coin Tavern, bro. Make Coin Tavern. Can you just tell me the title of the video you linked, Librarian? Because it says NL when he plays a dog shit roguelike for an hour. Can you just tell me the title of the video that you've posted before I click on it?
I like it in here. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Backroom scene, I like it in here. Well, now that's a spoil. I shouldn't have asked. Because now you've spoiled for me that there's somebody who likes being in the back rooms. Probably you spoiled for me the Bruce Springsteen cameo. Because he's always hiding in the back rooms, as you know. Just this and a bunch of sarsaparilla at a saloon. Someone breaking a bottle over your head, and then you turn around, but they've already moved. So you punch, but you punch a guy who didn't break the bottle over your head, and it just kicks off a fucking melee. A melee inside of the saloon, and then the whole time everybody's fighting and like rolling over tables and stuff. The piano player's still going. Glenn Miller's band was playing like before. We'd yell and scream for more. Wait, you gotta go, bro. Yeah, I'm still playing the damn game. Has anyone ever lost this? Great question. Not sure how I could conceivably know the answer to that, but great question. The thing is, our pigeon became flowers. And then our beehive became 3 bees. Which is... makes you think. just gets you thinking. There you go. Well... you have successfully paid off your debt. You are free. I think that's probably gonna do it for Coin Tavern. Honestly, it's not bad. It's just kind of like at some point, so many actions are taking place, so many things are getting triggered. You're like, there's no reasonable way I could possibly understand the ramifications of every decision that I'm making. I don't know why I feel like I'm doing something wrong when I buy a bundle and I already own half of the game. Like, I feel like I'm gonna, or half of the games, I should say. I feel like I'm gonna get banned from Steam the same way they will, like, ban you from Flying Delta if you do, like, what was it called? Like, skip lag? Skip lag flying? Where you're like, I want to go to Colorado, but a direct flight to Colorado is expensive, but a flight to San Francisco that stops in Colorado is cheap. So I will just get off at the connection and not get on the return, or not get on the second leg of the flight. It's intended. No, okay, I'm not literally suggesting I'm doing something wrong. I'm saying I'm doing something right, but it feels wrong. It's not illegal, but the airline will ban you. Exactly. It's like counting cards. You, the end consumer, are being an asshole trying to stop a mom and pop casino from... you're compressing the margins of a local small business that is a job creator, is basically what I'm trying to say. It's pathogenic, y'all. If you like this, you're welcome. If you don't like it, I was bullied into playing this. I wonder if the controller would work for Mark Zuckerberg. I'm big on my controller era right now, man. This is an action roguelike that came out on Steam where you're a virus that is invading a body, and of course it's a roguelike. And you might say, on first blush, you might be like me, and you might say, well, I'm not 100% sure if this looks like it's really up my alley. And then come to find out it has 97% positive reviews on Steam with over 1,000 reviews. And I say, well, I would have to give it a try. I have to give it a try, of course. Although I don't like games like this because you're playing as the bad guy. And I don't want to play as the bad guy. I want to play, if only I could play as a white blood cell that's gradually getting stronger and stronger to stop a virus or a bacteria or a cyclospora parasite from invading someone's body and giving them explosive diarrhea. You are ready to infect. Bro's on 17 different kinds of peptides right now. You're fucked, lad. Don't say I'm inside Mitch McConnell. Come on now. I mean, I feel bad for him because I'm a human being, but also it must have been a nasty fall, dude. Because he just hasn't been able to really, like, communicate or anything for quite some time now. Kind of crazy to think this is happening, like, 100 million times a day inside of our body. Is it true, by the way, that... Oh, 1 second. We got a mutation. This is what happened to my salmonella. They spec'd into Campylobacter. Is it true that when you smell a fart, what's actually happening is that there's poo particles hitting your nose? Yes? It's not like, I don't know, like something piggybacking on that like a mimic neurotransmitter or something is like, that's a fart, but we don't actually have to expose your nose to the poop. I was reading a book about the human body to my kid last night. And I was like, wait a second, I gotta check this out. I'm not 100% sure that one's true. Explain how smelling works. Chemicals touch a very thin membrane between your nose and your brain, or your nasal cavity and your brain. And then that little part of your brain goes, yeah, that's shit, I guess. So of course it would be a shit chemical, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to believe it, I guess. Oh, you know what? That's a good thought. Maybe I'm infecting an evil person that would do more harm if I did not infect them. Oh, and then this one doesn't even have rooms anymore, man. Ah! They stuck me with a plasma grenade. Do not confuse me with a common grunt. If I was a white blood cell, you wouldn't catch me applying for work in the large intestine. Let me just put it that way. Where would I work? Fuck it, bro. I don't know, maybe just like randomly in the blood, just kind of like milling about. Sometimes you got no choice. That can't be true. It's gotta be a union gig or something. Isn't like every part of our body there under duress? Like, wait, isn't our white blood cell, like originally it was kind of like its own beast? But it decided that, you know, there were a lot of advantages to like partnering up, so like here we are. But even still, I bet they're grumbling all the time. I bet they're like, damn, I don't want to do that shit. I gotta blow myself up to fucking kill a virus. All right, it's a living, I guess. It's kind of crazy to think that like maybe the only part of your body that's you is your brain, and every other part of your body is like out for its own distinct priorities that just happen to be alive. It's an interesting idea. Although also maybe your intestine is your brain. We haven't figured that out. We haven't figured that part out. We're basically just a meat computer and the digestive system with a bunch of helpers. Extremely Western brained. All right. Summer vacation still not over, I gotta remember. Extremely Western coded is a really funny thing to say. That being said, I've been considering, because my neck's been hurting a little bit. I think I might have pinched a nerve. It's gotten to the point where I have started considering maybe like some medicine that might not have a 100% scientific track record of actually doing anything, like acupuncture. It's got me feeling a certain sort of way. You're not taking my genetic material, bro. I'm acting like they're the aggressor. Well, what if they took my son? What if I'm a virus? I'm just trying to get my son back. But this human, like, accidentally took them because they, like, I don't know, put their hand on a guardrail that somebody sneezed on or something like that. And I'm the bad guy? Reroll all equipped organelles and gain a random weapon and 25% damage? Yeah, I'm all in. What the hell am I, man? Oh my god. This seems a lot better. Heartbreaking. Man's deliberate choices mogged by re-rolling absolutely everything on the run to just be random. Reroll again? Bro, I have ice shots and ipecac. Like, Diffle Barden is toast. A, your fucking head is frozen, which, as you know if you've ever had like a Slurpee, is bad for you. Probably doing devastating damage to your brain. Plus, I'm exploding you at all times. Plus, you can't do any damage to me, because I'm the absolute governor. Okay, you can do damage to me, like, unfairly. Plus, I can't talk that much because I'm focusing on trying to dodge, just so you know. You're cooked, man. There's one tiny little fella up there. Defeat the intestine boss. Is this what happened to you? Yeah, I think so. I guess technically it was like 2 bacteria instead of 1 virus, so like, honestly, like the player was even more OP. HelloFresh, I think, designed that one. So you gotta put respect on the goats. Your body when you eat Taco Bell? Bro, that's literally, don't put that evil on Taco Bell, okay? That's Taylor Farms' problem. Don't put that evil on them. That's one supplier got a little bit out over their skis, and then all of a sudden, Taco Bell's taking the heat? I don't think so, man. He's literally hiding from us because he's scared. Now, see, this is even better because you look like a guy who's going to be fast. Yeah? Well, try being fast when you're fucking frozen, bro. We can never let viruses get ice powers. It's over for us. Or is that already what frostbite is? I don't know. Multi-nucleated giant cell. Great, great, great. That's just awesome. I'm literally just trying to enjoy my day at work. And they spawn a multi-nucleated giant cell. And I keep... Yep, I know, I've been lysosomed. You can't... Debs, I can't die. I'm a virus. I was never alive. Can somebody explain to me in layperson's terms? Layperson's terms? What is charging up... That's Bob Dylan, by the way. What is charging up my ability to RAM? Your mitochondria charges your RAM ability. And you know everything about this game, like and subscribe. And you want me to believe that you have 2 children. I find that hard to believe. You can read? Yeah, bro, I can read. As long as it's in English or Pinyin. You ever dodged a projectile IRL? Take this with a grain of salt, because this is a child's memory. I was at daycare in like 1995, and we were just walking down the street, like on the way back from the library or something like that. I swear the truck of like an 18-wheeler, the tire, I should say, of an 18-wheeler came off of the truck. I can't pause. I can't pause. I'd love to pause and tell the story. I can't pause. All I did was take 1 step back, and it went like right by me, like less than 3 feet away from my head, where it would have done grievous damage to in a domain that I can't afford to really take grievous damage to. It's one of the few things I got going for me. So yes, I've dodged a projectile IRL. Any other questions? Yeah, you didn't know you were dealing with someone like that. You didn't know you were dealing with a Dex main, huh? I know that daycare was thanking their lucky stars. That would have been a nasty situation through no fault of their own. Lot of paperwork. Yeah, a lot of paperwork on that one. How do you think we get into that secret room? Germa can dodge an axe. Thank you for typing that, so I now understand why so many people were asking me, could you dodge a battle axe? I appreciate that. Because I got like 10 messages that just said, could you dodge a battle axe? And I have no idea where that came from. And then when you gave the context, I finally understood. I think this is by far the strongest build I've ever had. IRL, probably not so much. Probably, I mean, it depends, man. The lifters don't like me because they get, I'm always saying, don't be mad at me just because the sport you've chosen to take up is 15 seconds of work followed by 5 minutes of phone. I always say that, sorry. But Physical 100 has done insane amounts of damage to the bodybuilding, powerlifting, and strongman community, okay? Every season of Physical 100, I let myself believe there's a dude, he's 290 pounds, he's Korea's strongest man. He came 8th in the world's strongest man competition. And then they're like, the first 3 competitions, he sucks ass because his cardio, he's not optimized for cardio. Then they finally do an event that's like, you have to push a wheelbarrow full of as many sandbags as possible. And you're finally like, yes, finally, the big guy gets a chance to do something. And then he lifts the wheelbarrow and he's like, oh, I can't push it. And then like, he's lifting as much in the wheelbarrow as the CrossFit guys, but the CrossFit guys have the cardio to actually push it. And you're like, shouldn't you have like at least 50% more sandbags if you're gonna be this slow? Like, Amadi has done incredible things for the PR of CrossFit, man. Why does he yell? So the lifters can hear me, bro, over the WWE music they got in their AirPods. Clip that. And at least the best big guy on the first season of Physical 100 wasn't even like a professional. He owned like an auto body shop or something like that. So he could be like, yeah, well, whatever. Maybe if the event was like, you know, fixing an engine, you'd see my real talents. Like, I can't take that away from him, obviously. You ever think about how our entire universe could be just like a single atom of a larger universe? Yep. My kid keeps bringing it up to me. She'll say like, she has such a way with words at such a young age. She'll say, sometimes I think we're just part of a giant snow globe. I go, yeah, well, there's really no way I could prove that or disprove that, so that's an interesting thought. And then, I swear this conversation is real, by the or a Giant's toy box, but I think that's more Toy Story inspired. I think I would know if I was in a Giant's toy box, bro. Even the toys in Toy Story know they're toys, okay? So I think I would know I was a toy. And you're gonna say, what about Buzz? Buzz finds out he's a toy by the end of the first movie. But then secondarily, I said, what do you think, honey? Do you think there's aliens out there somewhere in the universe? And she said, yeah. And I bet that haunts some people. And I went, whoa, I guess it does. It haunted, certainly when I was her age, it was haunting me because I thought they were gonna invade and take me away. I don't know if that's what she meant, or if it was more like maybe they feel haunted because they won't, you know, be alive when we make first contact or something like that. But she was being real cerebral with it for sure. You think we could get Dan to play this? Well, that's Dan's business. Here's what I would say. If you pitched it to him as, it's Hades, but you don't have to talk to anyone, I think that might improve your chances. Yeah, Justin, I know you're loving this game. Great game for a fella who's always asking you if you still eat your boogers. That's a fucking given. I think we can make it even better, to go even further beyond. Ah! I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. Yeah, I trust that. I trust that. Call me Dr. Pangloss. I think things are always going to get better. I guess that's not Dr. Pangloss. Dr. Pangloss thinks that things are as good as they could possibly be. Spiritual cousin to Dr. Pangloss. You guys ever read Candide? Voltaire type shit? No? Pretty good. For like some shit from the 1700s. It's not as good as Dungeon Crawler Carl or whatever, but it's solid. Had to read it in high school? Nah, man, they made you read Dungeon Crawler Carl? What high school did you go to? So I can disguise myself as a 17-year-old so I can go read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I don't know anything about Dungeon Crawler Carl, by the way. 37-year-old that looks 17. You just wait till I shave, buddy. I don't think I need HP for the boss. Go back to buy health. I'll get some for free right now. It never ends, bro. Whoa! Okay, that was kind of beautiful. when it was spinning and I was spinning with it, that was kind of awesome. You look like a Chapel Roan outfit? I kind of do. She's always dressed like a moth. I mean that in a complimentary sense, by the way. Hey, I saw Hoppers this weekend. Verdict? That was pretty good. And don't say he hates it. 2 stars? No, I'd say 3.5. Better than the Lego Movie 2, maybe slightly better than the Lego Movie 1, but not enough to change the score. Reroll the shop, David Attenborough. What did I do to get compared to David Attenborough? I haven't done anything on the level of David Attenborough. Don't put that evil on him. I haven't made the #1 stoner show in the history of the Earth. Actually, maybe I fucking have. Not in history, but like in a small domain, I suppose. Maybe. It's a good point. Sap versus Planet Earth 2. Sap wasn't in 4K, I'm afraid. What did it feel like when you had Salmonella and Campylobacter? I mean, I do think it felt like taking poison damage feels in a video game, for sure. And it felt worse because, like, anytime you go to the clinic or a hospital, like, 90% of the nurses were fine, but like 90% of the doctors were like extremely condescending. Like, I was 34 years old, and they're like, "Not feeling so good, huh, slugger? Hey, buddy, not feeling so good today. All right, let's get you some help." What did you want them to do? Maybe order like an in-house blood or stool sample test instead of outsourcing it to Life Labs, who then went on like a 17-day holiday weekend because of Canada Day. Great, great, great. So now I'm 1 hit away from death, just because I wanted to play the game. And get a taste, bro. You really think I would sweat dying here, even though I just got an achievement? Achievements are eternal, bro. Dying is temporary. Motherfucker! Don't say noob down. Your body's tea? Stop, I know. Okay, rate. Here, is that how people respond to that? No one's ever told me that before. Which hurts a little bit, because I do the body's tea a little bit, especially ever since we switched from just kind of riding the bike however we feel, to now I take really easy days, and then on the hard days I go really hard. The legs are legging, bro. It's just a shame that it's July in Vancouver, so it's 18 degrees Celsius and raining. It's 18 C and raining every day. So I can't wear shorts. Is anyone here from British Columbia? Not to complain, because like the whole rest of the continent is like literally hell and on fire and covered in smoke, but like it's 18 Celsius and raining, bro. I'm trying to show them my body tea. With what Tour de France rider do you identify with? I managed to become someone who is interested in training for cycling without getting psyoped into thinking that watching cycling is entertaining. Not to be rude to the Tour de France literally just finished, but I literally can name 2 professional cyclists. And I can't be out here saying like, yeah, I'd say me personally, I identify with the Wayne Gretzky of cycling. If I had to be any cyclist, I guess I would just be the one who's the best. One thing I do love about cycling that came up in the Peloton Discord is that they were posting pictures, and I don't know if his name is Pogacar, Pogasar. The C does a lot of work in a lot of languages, so I'll just say it's Pogacar, Pogasar. It's car. They call him a car, but he rides a bike. Make it make sense. They were posting pictures of him. And I respect that you can be perhaps the greatest cyclist ever. And then when you're at the sauna, you literally just look like any guy. Like he could, if you were a linebacker in the NFL and you had your shirt off in the sauna, people would be like, you're a freak of nature. Pogacar is a freak of nature, but when he's in the sauna, he just looks like a fella. He just looks like a guy. If you're not naked in the sauna, it's a crime. You don't want to do this with me, because I 100% agree with you. But we have this discussion like once a week. And then people are like, what? Not to misrepresent their opinion, but they'll say things like, why would I change out of my sweaty gym clothes in the room at the gym designed for you to change out of your sweaty gym clothes? I'll just put all of my sweat on my leather car seat and drive home first. That way I can shower in privacy at home. My partner will get mad at me if I wash off the gym stink. Can I say something? Is your partner a man? Because I feel like The gyms, men are freakier when it comes to smells, I think. I'm still teasing it out. I feel like men are like, that's not true. Gym smell though, my ex loved me sweaty. But male sweat is so fucking stinky, bro. It's like, it smells like old pot and dirty socks and like whatever food they ate yesterday. Yeah, cause you're straight? I said like, why'd you say it like Ice Cube in, why'd you say it like Ice Cube in SVU? Yeah, cause you're straight. That's right, Ice-T, my bad. I got news, news flash. It means you're straight. Double your cores. Cocoa Balas. I mean, a wall of saws at the front is kind of crazy. But something about all the internal slots on that is kind of interesting too. Sprite Zero, hell yeah. I made my kid laugh because I went to buy some Dr. Pepper Zero yesterday. It was literally, and I don't genuinely think this is my influence before you accuse me of being insane. Dr. Pepper Zero was the only soda in the entire soda section that was sold out. And I went, oh no, is Daddy too popular? And then she was saying, she literally inherited my sense of humor, which means that I'm not funny, my genes are funny. Which is a fucked up thing to come to the realization of, but I guess we could deal with that at like a later date or whatever. Then she said, you need to start telling people that Dr. Pepper Zero made you sick. And I was like, damn, that's a great idea. Until I start to see a greater, I guess I could just tell the store to like order some more too, but until then I gotta go, you know? Oh, my tummy hurts so bad because of the Dr. Pepper Zero. I think it's the Dr. Pepper Zero I was eating. But yeah, thanks a lot. You guys bought all the Dr. Pepper Zero, so now I can't have any. Whatever, it's fine. It's flattering, really. You're obsessed with me. It is really good. I genuinely, it's good enough that it makes Coke Zero taste like Diet Coke. Your cell has a pentagram on its ass? I know what kind of man you are. Librarian, post a video of John Bernthal rubbing the shit out of his head. You know what I'm talking. It doesn't. There's no specific video. He's doing it all the time. All I saw was that the message started with despotic streamer, which is it's really good. It's really good. Sorry. Would you please get me a clip of John Bernthal rubbing the fuck out of his head, if you don't mind? He already did? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Would you kindly get me a gif of John Bernthal rubbing the absolute ever-loving fuck out of his noggin, please? I dropped my kid off for a new camp today, and I got to do a dad mogging. It felt so good. Also, I felt bad for the other dad, but it felt so good. My kid came to school wearing rain boots because it's raining outside. Had a little tote bag with her. Inside of the tote bag, normal shoes. Said, hey, honey, do you want to take off your boots and put on normal shoes? She said, okay, daddy. Dad behind me went, oh. Is it okay if she just wears her boots into the classroom? And then the teacher was like, you know, like, it's fine. She can also, like, wear her socks if she has to. I said, oh, have a great day, honey. Daddy's got to go. Daddy's got to go to work. See ya. You have a wonderful father. Very thoughtful dad. Mom helps too, of course, but this was the indoor shoes was a dad-driven idea. Also, kind of crazy to think this is what like a sperm cell goes through, man. Devs, DLC idea. Devs, the game just came out. If you're looking to make DLC, what about new cell? You could be a sperm trying to make it to the egg. But like because the good sperm gets assisted, right? You could be like a really shitty sperm that's like trying to beat the odds. Also, Chibli, I'm gonna stamp my foot down right now, and I'm gonna say don't play this because this stream has gone well. People are going to go, Chibli, you should play this. My personnel opinion, not Chibli game, not a Chibli game. Don't worry, I wasn't considering it. Okay, I mean you don't have to be an asshole. The devs are in chat, man. Can't be as bad as when I... Wait. can't be as bad as when I said Demonbluff sounds like a game I'd never play. Right. I shouldn't have read that out loud. Exclamation point Demonbluff in the chat. Pretty messed up, Chili. It's messed up enough to say it. It's messed up more to make me say that you said it on my own stream. Kind of screwed me with that one. That's okay. You can... Okay, you know what? I'm never inviting Chibli to anything again unless 1,000 of you put it on your wish list right now. You might say it doesn't hurt to put it on your wish list. Maybe I just won't buy it. You'll get drunk and forget. You'll be like... You'll get an email that's like, oh, this shit from your wish list is on sale. You'll be like, well, if it's on my wish list, it must be because I wished for it. That's how we get you. Selling you a good game at a fair price. One Wish Willow list. One Wish Willow list. I know it's an Obsession reference, but at first I was like, is that the name of Will Smith's kids? Wish Willow list. There's one. Willow! Willow is one of Will Smith's kids, for sure. And then who's the other one? I was gonna say Kaiser. I don't think it's Kaiser. You're thinking of Kaiser Wilhelm. What's so fucked up is that I think I actually was. Who's the guy from the Scream, I assume. No, that's Robert Munch. Okay, so we're doing the whole Reddit thread ourselves. What's crazy is that if you wanted to make a Twitch, if you wanted to turn Reddit into Twitch, the next comment would be, that's not Robert, that's Edvard. See, look, I fucking got you. I fucking got you. Because what's crazy is that you didn't even realize we were like doing a thing. And then now you're like, actually, one of them was wrong. No, bro, they were all wrong. That's the joke. You only noticed that one of 4 was wrong. That's the fucking joke, man. You were like, the streamer made a mistake. You just let 3 mistakes pass without realizing they were mistakes, man. Ah! Okay, there's no way to dodge that. There's simply no way to dodge. Ah! Oh my god. Bro has never played Bomberman. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Bomberman is up there with Sonic for most overrated video game franchise. Now, I'm not gonna say the concept of Bomberman is bad, because I've had some fun playing some Bombermans in my life. But people talk about it as if it's like a video game classic, or it's like one of the franchises like we have to know. It's just a bunch of cross patterns, man. Ain't that serious? Nobody talks about it like that. It's one of the most glazed games of all time. Is that Jammer Lammy, Super Mario RPG? How can you be so wrong? What, you don't think Jammer Lammy's good? You don't think Jammer Lammy's one of the best video games ever made? Give me your classics that deserve glaze? Okay. I mean, easiest choice of my life. First off, probably have to say Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers. This album changed everything. Had a lot of, I mean, it has Gimme Shelter on it, one of their best songs. Probably Joni Mitchell, The Hissing of Summer Lawns. I mean, it's still having an influence to this day. People are still making stuff that sounds like this. Asia, I mean, it's by Steely Dan. Every musician, every music producer is listening to this, and it topped the charts for 1.3 weeks back in 1977. I still, the part of the video that lives rent-free in my head is when he says, side 1, track 1, I mean, Taxman, nobody was making music like this back then. And it's not that I think Taxman is like a bad song. It's just a really funny song to be like, like this song opened people's third eye. I mean, also, yes, they were. And in fact, the Beatles were. The Beatles were making songs prior to Taxman that sounded an awful lot like Taxman. It even ends with them going, Taxman, like the classic like 60s ending of a song. Prior to when they introduced the sitar to everything. And popular music was obviously never good again. As a biology major, can you explain the lasers? Okay, a couple of things. I'm not a biology major. I hold a degree in biology. I'm not 19 years old. I don't major in anything. Secondly, that's light, so it's more of like a physicist's problem. That's something you should be asking a physicist, not something you should ask a biologist that deals with light. It's a different thing. You basically majored in Smash 64. If you want to do that, I basically did a double major in Guitar Hero 3, rhythm games from the period of Guitar Hero 2 through to Rock Band Beatles, or perhaps even Rock Band 3, I forget which one came out later, and Smash 64. Now, was Smash 64 the most sensible major to take? No, but neither was... Oh, it's so... Not to ruin your life. Not to ruin your life. You have to understand that you, as you see you, is an individual. So you're like, why is NL saying fuck me? Whereas I see you as part of a broader annoying trend. After 20 years of computer scientists making fun of English majors, to then see the... And it's not the same people, so it's fucked up. So I apologize. But to now see the computer scientists being like the job market is fucked, you thought the leopards weren't gonna eat your face, bro. You programmed the fucking leopards, dickhead. You, not you, people like 15, 25 years older than you, but still. I don't know if the English majors are crushing it, but at least you're in the same boat. Any English majors out there want to say we're crushing it? Wasn't Ludwig an English major? He seems like he's doing all right. Well, I mean, it's just like, I don't know what you want me to do about that. I know that dude's tummy hurts, though. Whoever we're inside of right now, they're just like, oh, damn, what the fuck did I eat? Oh, shit. Feels like I ate a damn laser beam. It's like I ate a laser beam that set off a bunch of bombs in my stomach, man. Summer's gonna be a movie, man. Okay, I'll hit myself 10 times. What is going on? No meta upgrades? Bro, you sound like Penelope. Ooh, what's a character from Hades that's not Hades? Bro, you sound like Meg. PYT did not feature Paul McCartney. Librarian, can you pull up a clip of the last minute of the stream, Unfettered? Thriller's his best album, though? What's on Thriller versus Off the Wall? Off the Wall has, like, Wanna Be Starting Something. PYT, The Girl Is Mine featuring Paul McCartney. Unadulterated. I believe I said PYT, The Girl Is Mine featuring Paul McCartney. I believe that I said PYT, implied comma, The Girl Is Mine. You did, everyone is dumb. I'm gonna put you on the spot, okay? I'm scanning to the edge of the frame here. PYT did not feature Paul McCartney. Tibor, explain yourself. 10 messages lifetime in chat. First 2 messages in chat, Lance Reddick, Ruby Rose. That's a good start, to be honest with you. My bad, did not hear the comma. Keep your stupid commas in your pockets, okay? That's what I have to say about that. You're all right, you're chill. Big drama at low stakes, just how I like it. What do you mean low stakes? They were suggesting I didn't know that Paul McCartney was on PYT, or was not on PYT. Of course I know Paul McCartney's not on PYT. They played PYT on the radio. I would recognize Sir Paul McCartney's voice if they played PYT. I would be like, where's Paul? Where's Paul okay? Have any of the Sidemen been knighted yet? I mean, it's just a matter of time. Surely? Dog, what are you talking about? I mean, like, professional footballers can get knighted. Why not professional YouTubers who play football? Why do you say things you know will hurt me? I mean, they're not real knights. They don't get, like, armor and shit like that, I think. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. So I guess the answer is no. Or, let me rephrase. Not yet. Who do you think is going to be the first YouTuber to get the presidential... Oh, wait, didn't Jake Paul get it? Didn't he get a presidential Medal of Honor or whatever? Nick Merckx. That's a good bet. That's paying 100 to 1 right now. You think they would just put the medal on his forehead? Or does he, like... I don't know if you can ask this. Does he have a body? Because I've never seen it. Mr. Beast. He does, I mean, I don't know what Jimmy Beast is going to do long term, but he does sort of have the vibe of like an Andrew Yang style political candidate, right? Like someone who just wants to bring common sense back to like Republican policies. Someone who wants to just get back to the good old fashioned, what makes America great? putting the Ferrari in a big shredder and then going like, whoa, it's shredded. Putting it in a shredder designed to shred cars, and then going, wait a second. Bouncing on my boy's cytoplasm to this. And she got the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Know what I'm saying? I think it's gotta be a chosen slot gets 40% extra damage. Wait, we get all of them? No, we just get one. It was not the one. How much you ever lost on a coin toss? Javier Bardem when he doesn't quite have the line right yet. You have to call it? I'm not calling it. You call it. You know why I always make them call it? Because there's a 1 in 300,000 chance that the thing lands on its edge. If they call it, you know my ass is gonna say, well, you didn't call edge. That's one of the valid options. But if I call it and it's not the edge, then I fall victim to the exact same situation, but on the opposite side. So 1 every 300,000 coin tosses, I'm giving away a result for no reason, which is why I refuse to call it. I always make the opposition call. Overworking? No shots after 2? I need a chicken sandwich with 1 piece of cheese and a couple slices of romaine. Stab, man. Now that I think about it. A slice of lettuce. It's weird because it is kind of a slice. In the same way that you would have a slice of cheese. Like, hearts of romaine is kind of like, it's a slice-based technology. You don't even call it a piece of lettuce. I think you'd call it a leaf. What the fuck? that seemed pretty strong. Wait, yo, you're gonna have multiple health bars. I fucking knew it. No, man. No. Because I think the laser is bouncing off the wall. Yeah, you stay in your damn hole. No, you don't come out. You don't come out of there. It's over when I say it's over. All right. All right, well, that was a little crazy. Hey, this was fun, though. This was fun. We should do this again sometime. I'll send you over to my wife's stream. I'll be back tomorrow to play. I think we're playing more new video games with Kate and Stans, and I don't know who the 4th is, but it should be Yusong? Yusong. Exciting. I will send you over to my wife's stream. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.